Hey there, it's your girl Priscilla A. Welcome to the Married to My Soap Opera podcast, the General Hospital recap for the week of November the 22nd. So this was a short week, you guys. We only got three episodes, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, due to the Thanksgiving holiday. So Monday, Brooklyn and Chase continue to tell Valentine the story that Chase is Bailey's real father. And of course, he is just reeling from that information. He's heartbroken, just trying to digest it. Nina and Sonny run into each other at the pub. And so Nina tells Sonny about Sasha's baby, and they end up waiting together. And Jax actually walks in on them having a very intimate, cozy conversation. By the way, Jax, told Carly that he is going to be leaving town, leaving Port Charles. And Jax is actually leaving the show due to the vaccine mandate. So it's goodbye to Ingo Rademacher. Sasha's baby is really in trouble, and so is Sasha. Her C-section is not going as well as they had hoped for her, nor for the baby. Okay, so let's get to Peter and Britt and Jason and Drew all being stuck in this tunnel. Y'all, why is Peter the first person to come to? So, of course, he comes to and tries to kill Drew because Drew's the closest to him. But thankfully, Drew wakes up just in time to push Peter off. And Peter gets away and escapes back up to the main house. But the good news is that Anna and Scorpio are actually right there waiting to capture him. So they actually capture Peter and they take Peter into custody. Liesl and Britt finally come to, and so they try to get out of the tunnels. And of course, Britt is wanting to look for Jason, and Drew's determined not to leave without his brother. Unfortunately, more of the tunnel starts caving in and he's forced to leave. So they all make it back up to the main house. And Britt is completely beside herself with worry about Jason. So that's where we end Monday's recap for November the 22nd. Okay, so for Tuesday, November the 23rd, so Sasha is recovering, and she seems to be out of the woods, but unfortunately, her baby isn't. Her baby was deprived of oxygen, and so they actually have the baby in the NICU, intubated and on a ventilator, which is scaring Sasha and Brando to death. But Brando is really trying to be strong for Sasha and is by her side, comforting her. Carly meets Sonny at the hospital, and she actually wants to pick up on the conversation that they were having when he told her that he and Nina were friends. But thankfully, once again, Sonny is able to dodge that bullet and skirt around the issue because they're really worried about Sasha, Brando, and the baby. So they go to Sasha's room, run into Gladys, and you guys, believe it or not, Gladys's heart is showing. She is really upset and scared for Sasha and for the baby. And Sonny and Carly actually comfort her, and they really have a good moment. And Sonny reminds Gladys that they're all family, which was nice. So Maxie meets up with Brooklyn and Chase, and they come up with what they're going to do next now that Peter has been apprehended and is on his way back to Port Charles. The excavation team that Anna calls for arrives on Cassadine Island, and they head down to the tunnels to try to rescue Jason, but unfortunately, there's no sign of him. That's your recap for Tuesday, November the 23rd.
Prom's coming up. We're going, right?
I know my good two shoes cousin ain't giving it up. Now me on the other hand.
How's everything looking? You know, I got to be in tip-top shape for my first college game.
He's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever coached.
Dwayne, we need to talk about your results. Why, is something wrong?
Download the Louisiana Film Channel app now and let bon ton du lait.
This is your recap for Wednesday, November the 24th. It is Thanksgiving Day in Port Charles. So we start with Curtis talking to Portia about his long-lost father showing up, and he's telling her what Marshall told him about being his dad, and not really giving him any answers as to why he left or why he wasn't there. But Curtis confides in Portia all the same, and while Curtis is talking to Portia about it, Marshall is actually at the hospital talking to TJ. Now, I don't know if he's going to tell TJ the truth, or if he's going to tell him the same thing he told Curtis, or if he just wants to try to have a vague conversation with TJ. But TJ doesn't seem to be going for it. He wants to know who the stranger is. So Brooklyn and Chase are getting ready to go to Thanksgiving dinner at the Quartermaines and tell everyone that Chase is Bailey's father. They're going to continue to perpetuate that lie and tell Chase's family as well. So Brooklyn is telling her dad, Ned, and Ned is really upset with Brooklyn for using her baby as a pawn just to get stock. And he actually feels some sympathy for Valentine's loss. And on the flip side, he's really pissed at Chase for not figuring out that Brooklyn was actually pregnant with his baby and not Valentine's. It's it's a little bit funny. I mean, he's like really pissed at Chase. Brooklyn is defending Chase to her dad. Chase in the meantime goes over to tell Finn that he's an uncle and that Bailey is really his child. And Finn seems to buy it. Meanwhile, Olivia is at the hospital. She finds Austin, and she actually apologizes to Austin about how she treated him regarding his concern for Leo. And Austin is pleasantly surprised. Olivia invites him to come over to the Quartermaines for a Thanksgiving dinner, but Austin gives that a hard pass. He's just like, he's done with the Quartermaines. Oh, goodness. Can't blame him, though. Dante and Sam are all booed up at Sam's place with their kids, and they have plans to go over to the Q's for Thanksgiving dinner as well. So while Dante's upstairs with the kids, there's a knock at the door, and Sam answers the door, and guess who it is? Drew has made it home for Thanksgiving Day. And that's how Wednesday's episode ends of General Hospital. So be sure to watch next week and see where all of this picks up. Thanks.
Are you interested in buying a home or a lease purchase? Do you need help fixing your credit? You need the real estate go-to girl, Priscilla Adams. Or are you interested in selling your home? Have you inherited a property on the verge of foreclosure, filing for bankruptcy or divorce? Do you need a quick cash sale? Are you interested in a career in real estate? Whatever your real estate need, call the go-to girl, Priscilla Adams, at 318-605-1120 or email padams@kw.com.